Let me tell you about yesterday. Yesterday was the day of Eid, the day of Eid al-Fitr, the breaking of the fast after the 30-day dawn to dusk fast of Ramadan that Muslims commemorate or engage in all throughout the world, right? So I attended the Eid prayers at the outdoor Brixton Mosque in Johannesburg, and the keynote speaker was the minister, Naledi Pandor, followed by the Reverend Frank Chikane. Now, I'm not going to talk about them, not at all, okay? What I want to talk about is this, because this is what came through for me. You know, South Africans genuinely have a respect for people of other religions and other cultures. This country, I mean, roughly 80%, maybe slightly more Christians, about 3 to 5% are Muslim, similar amounts follow the Hindu faith, a small amount follow the Jewish faith, we have others who follow the Rastafari faith, and there's even other religious faiths, right, smaller ones, right? But I've been, tweeting about my Ramadan experience throughout the month, and the response and the awareness or the willingness to be aware of what's happening around Ramadan for people who are not Muslim, I think is just so impressive, right? And then you get like the day of Eid yesterday, and then the Eid messages come from all around the country. People WhatsApping you wherever they are. They're not Muslim, they're just across the board, right? And that gets me thinking once again about this point, that South Africa, really, we have many problems, but we are a remarkably tolerant country. We make space for all religious persuasions. We open up our spaces. So whether it's the churches, the mosques, the mandirs, the temples, the synagogues, we make space. And I think that's remarkable. That's also manifested, for example, by the inauguration of our president every 5 years. And we'll see it again this year, where starting from Nelson Mandela, again, all religious leaders in a predominantly Christian country will be present there, saying their prayers for the goodness of the leadership that we see, or that we speak, or that we seek for our country. Now, what am I saying here? I'm saying to you, as we get a sense of what we feel for the national pulse of our country, do not underestimate that. Do not minimize that. That privilege, that right that we have, it's enshrined in our constitution. It's not a right in many other countries in the world. Okay, so even if you are allowed to profess your faith in another country, how outwardly do you practice that faith? Does that country open the spaces for you to able to not just profess the faith, but to actively participate in that faith, very, very publicly, no matter who you may be, as I'm suggesting that I do right now. And I'm suggesting, therefore, that let's not minimize this. South Africa, as a country, you are the champions of religious expression. And that's a great thumbs up. Okay? I'm Ashraf Garda, and that's my point.